Hi, today we are going to see the 98th Stotra. Akrura Peshalo Daksho Dakshina Kshaminam Varaha Vidvattamo Vidhabhaya Punya Sravana Kirtanaha. Akrura. Krura means cruelty. Akrura means Bhagavan is the power with no cruelty. Bhagavan can never be cruel. The cruelty really comes from the emotion anger. And the anger comes when we have the emotion desire. And the desire comes when we have the emotion craving or the emotion lust. So these emotions are connected that we should know how to control it. Otherwise, it will uh, reach in the cruelty. So Bhagavan has no desire. He does not have any craving. That's why Bhagavan is no cruel. So Bhagavan can never be cruel. Bhagavan is all full. That's why Bhagavan is fulfilled. So Bhagavan, since Bhagavan does not have any desire, he cannot be cruel. And it is also said that Akrura means he is from the Yadava form. In Yadava, there is one Sri Akrura who is very great devotee of the Lord. And he has bestowed many divine powers. He had the Syamantakam that has magical powers in that gem. So wherever special glory is seen in anyone, that's what in Bhagavad Gita says. When Bhagavan Krishna is explaining everything to Arjuna, he says that wherever some special glory in anyone is seen, we have to know that it is the manifestation of a part of Bhagavan's splendor. So one ray of glory is the Yadava Akrura. He is the Kamsa employee. He is a true devotee of Bhagavan, and he had a wish to see Krishna, meet Krishna. So Kamsa will send Akrura, because if anyone else go, then they will know that like Kamsa is calling them in an angry way and some plan is going on. So Akrura is a very great devotee of Bhagavan. So what Kamsa did in order to kill Krishna and Balarama, he made a plot that he sent Akrura to invite them to his kingdom. So when Akrura goes there, everybody knows that he is a great devotee and he was waiting to see Krishna. So that's why the Bhagavan has got the name Akrura. Peshala. Peshala means one who is very handsome. It is regard to actions, mind, word and body. So it is not the handsome in just feel, looking handsome. It is in the actions, mind, word and body. That means Bhagavan is supremely soft. Bhagavan's heart is divine, which is flowing of love and tenderness to the devotee. That means Bhagavan is full of infinite kindness and mercy. So when devotee call for help, he will be there to lift them from the body consciousness and egocentric life of sense to pursue them to the bliss. So Bhagavan is there to come and help them. That's why Bhagavan is called Pesala. Next one is Daksha. Daksha means full grown, strong, and does everything so quick. And we can call such a person as Daksha. Daksha means fast or promptitude. So Bhagavan is the power who is attention alertness. He will be alert all the time, and he is in vigilance, and he will be ready or utterly prepared to act immediately with supreme urgency. And we need such a good quality. So we should be ready. If something happens all of a sudden, we should act quickly. So that attention pose is called Daksha. And Daksha is serving world, rushing to the sincere devotees when they need them. So Bhagavan is omnipotent and he is divinely efficient to take care of any devotee when they need him. So that infinite smartness to reach and help all at any time, everywhere, under any circumstance is called Daksha. Next one is Dakshina. Dakshina means it is like the gift, or it is the fees that we give to the priest when they do a great yajna. Or Dakshina means the spirit or large-hearted or the liberal charity. And when we do some ritual, we should give that as a gift, not like counting and with a narrow-minded thing to the priest, because they are taking our part and doing the puja. We have to actually learn all the mantras and we have to do all the pujas. But instead, we are appointing someone on behalf of us to do something. So at that time, our heart should be very large. Our mind should be very large. So for Bhagavan, he is no selfish and he does not have any attachment of wealth. Only when you have the attachment to the wealth, you will become selfishness. So that infinite kindness or the charity towards all good people, those are called Dakshina. That endless charity or kindness is very important for our life to sustain, our soul to be happy, and to get the supreme bliss. Next one is Kshaminam Vara. Vara means it is the blessing. Kshami means it is the patience. Kshaminam means Bhagavan, who has the power to be patient to everybody and give them blessing in return. That means the greatest among the patience one, because he is more patient than all the yogis that have been noted for patience. And Bhagavan is the greatest among patients with sinners to forgive the sin. And Bhagavan is more patient than the earth, who is called the highest example for the patience, that is Shama. So Bhagavan is supremely patient with evil-minded and foul. For example, Hiranyakshan, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. So he gave lot of opportunities to realize their attitude to the existing things and to and gave them lot of chances for the immortal way of life. And since there was no other method of treatment to cure them, Lord destroyed with infinite kindness to sustain the dharma and support the devotees. Next one is Vidvatama. Vidva means the knowledge. Tama means who is having the knowledge. So Bhagavan has got the unsurpassable. That means the knowledge is so much that he cannot pass it to the next being. And all the inclusive knowledge of everything. That is the greatest wisdom that Bhagavan has. So in the world, wise men will be master of their own subject. But Bhagavan, who is the very consciousness, illuminates the bosom simultaneously everywhere. And Bhagavan is the one absolute knowledge. And he is the owner of all knowledge of all the wise men. That's why he is omniscient. That is, he is the infinite truth, the pure knowledge of light. All knowledge is known to Bhagavan. That's why he is called Vidwattama. Next one is Vida Bhaya. Bhaya means fear. Vida means free. So, Vida Bhaya means Bhagavan is the one who is been eternally free. And the Lord of all is free from the fear of the life. That means when we are dedicating to Bhagavan, we will lose all the fear. The fear is actually the sense of other. That means when the fear comes, when we think that we are something, but absolutely we are nothing other than the Bhagavan's part. So we need not be fear of anything. So in Advaita, it is said that Bhagavan is the one without a second. He is there in every second. So we need not be getting feared of anything. So Abhaya, that's why Bhagavan is called fearless. Next one is Punya Shravana Kirtana. Punya means the all the glory, and Shravana means hearing. Kirtana means the all the things, slokas that we sing about Bhagavan. So when we hear about Bhagavan and sing about Bhagavan, it is adding our merits. That means Bhagavan's slokas, hearing is that Shravanam is very, very luck, will bring us peace of mind. And singing those merits, that Punyam, means it will grow the devotee's heart full of gratitude. That means hearing attention to stories of Bhagavan that involve in listening Bhagavan's all the good acts. So that will reflect on us the glory of the Lord. So Bhagavat Guna will be understood by us, and we will slowly express or recreate our thought. So our actions will be different, and it will imbibe the spiritual quality in us. And we will learn to get ourselves committed to the life of God-centered activities. So when we hear the true Kirtana or sing his glory, it doesn't mean that it should be a noisy chanting of hymns, a mere muttering of the mantras that will teach us to allow the Bhagavan to express through us. So when we start hearing and telling about Bhagavan and thinking about Bhagavan, the slowly our words, actions will be divine. So we are to be involved in physical activities, mental feelings, intellectual thoughts, and shine aware of Bhagavan presence in us. And it will be at every moment, everywhere. So the devotee's life will be like a dynamic beauty. So when you see that someone is praising Bhagavan or singing of them, automatically we can see their face glory, and the love and tenderness towards others will be seen, and the constant worship, the puja will be done by the devotee, and Bhagavan will be continuously residing in their heart, and the continuous hymn or the kirtana will be continuously said or recited by the devotee. Then the praise of the Lord of heart will be there for them all the time. So when we meet or get a chance to be like a true devotee, our life will be a motivation to others. Our life will be an example to others. Our life will be something, our activities will be something that others want to follow. Maybe one, maybe two. That is more than enough. If one person is listening and trying to follow one small deed, that is what we are intended to live in this earth. So it is not us doing it. It is the prerana, Bhagavat prerana that Bhagavan is doing through us to make others follow the dharma. So we'll be seeing the Namam Akrura Peshala Daksha Dakshina Shaminamvara Vidwattama Vidabhaya Punya Sravana Kirtana. So we'll be reaching the 922nd Namam of Bhagavan. Akrura Peshalo Daksho Dakshina Shaminamvaraha Vidwattamo Vidabhaya Punya Sravana Kirtanaha.